Welcome back, friends. It's day 6 and the most pain I have felt in the entire progression series. And why is that? Look at my gold, chat. Holy. I am out of gold. But the good news is, it's starting to look a lot more, less colorful. I think that's the best way to put it. We started to get some really good pieces, like we got some decent pieces over here. This is something that I just needed the crit rate for. But as you can see, I'm starting to get some nice pieces here. Like, look at this. Look at this. Yeah? And so now that we are now in day 6, you should be able to clear Hell 1 or 2 minimum. Okay, Hell 3, if you can do that, perfect. But your gear should start looking something like this. It should only be outstanding or better, unless I'm trying to build up, try to get the crit damage, trying to match the sets and the main stat. And then until I find a upgraded version on the outstanding, I'm swapping this straight away. Okay. But besides that, you can see that I've started to use my module essence because I've hit level 40. And you can see in my module shop, I've used all of my essence to get bulwark sets. Okay? Why is that? It's because I'm not farming Aurora, and now that they have, hot fixed Aurora, that stage is impossible for me right now. So how am I cheating the system? I'm using all my module essence to get bulwark sets. So as you can see here, in my threshold, I'm now on Hell 2 of Terramaton, and I've managed to clear Hell 4 of Doki, but it is not consistent my Hell 4 is not consistent yet, so I'm only farming Hell 3 at the moment. But all of these first clears that you get from, like, let's say in the Terramaton, you get this first clear module essence. I'm using them to get bulwark sets because I'm never going to be able to farm it anytime soon, and I want the immunity now. So that is what I'm doing. But as you can see in my inventory, all my bulwark sets have speed in it, which is annoying because I have to chase speed. You see that? You see that? You see that? So I have ran out of gold, and I have nowhere else to grab gold besides, doing dumb things like using your PvP RTA currency to get gold, which I'm not doing. So I have to properly farm. So what is the plan then? The plan now is to finalize my Doki team for Hell 4 and make sure that this is consistent. I don't care if it's 2 minutes clear, as long as I get into Doki 4 and I can clear it, comfortably. Even if it's just a 5 run every time, that's okay by me. But as long as I'm dropping only the red stuff, then I'm happy, right? Because I don't want to have the RNG on 2 factors. Number 1, on your matrix modules, I don't want that RNG on that, plus the amount of substats you get. So if I can mitigate that as much as I can, I might as well do that. Because in Hell 3, there is still a chance to drop 2 matrix modules. I'm pretty sure in Hell 4, because I only did it once, you can only drop 3 matrix modules, but then your substat still varies. And you add more RNG layers by having, 2 matrix modules, plus, the amount of substats, plus you still drop purple outstanding modules. I don't want that. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to finalize my team. But as you can see, I've not resetted my Lian. I think Lian is, perfectly wonderful. She is fine, and because I'm, building my account for PvP, I'm gonna be using Lian anyway, right? That's the plan anyway. Might change, I don't know. Okay, but you can see I have 4 6 stars here. Gray is just my most recent 6 stars, right? This is my stats, and I'm thinking of using him as a solo DPS in Hell 4 because it works. Okay, now what am I doing? Since I don't have much places I can spend my stamina on, this is the best part. This is the best time for me to actually start, farming GP outposts and, start making them a lot how do I say, more stars, more star clip, because I want to start preparing for the eventual coming of the 2x event. So if I can get them to 3 stars, perfect, right? That means I can do a 10 run on them. So this is what I'll be slowly working on right now, getting them up to 3 stars, because hell was really difficult. Investigation, we don't have to do that. We already have that done. Grim Pursuit, I'm slowly gonna push into Sharon. I haven't pushed Sharon yet because I don't want to use any of her skills. Okay, little lag there, but I don't really use Dark Moon. I don't really use Supernova. Right? Maybe Halloween and Golden Lion, but then again, I've not really, used them in the beta because of the sets that they drop. Right? Now, one thing I want to mention here is if you are unlucky like me and only just got to the Revelation Wishes, here's one thing I've learned. Apparently, you can overstack your Revelation orbs, and at the last day of this thing finishing, okay, so we have another 1 day. So on the last day, which is to the next reset, that's when you pop this so that you can get better rewards of this. Hopefully you guys did that. I was unlucky enough to be lucky to not use it because I only just got that. But that's also one thing I wanted to mention in this little event here so that we know for future references. I need to start pushing the Ember track. I'm starting to start pushing the Anything Echoes while I, work on my GP outposts and, slowly improve my units that way now. Okay? Because I've already got my Health 4. I've already got my Grim Pursuit all set. I just got to get my GP outposts ready. Okay? Ethernet Rally, I cannot do this because my roster is not big enough. Plus my gears are not on them to begin with. So I can't really do this at the moment. But that's about it. Now that we are in day 6, tomorrow reset, or the reset that's coming now, will be day 7. What does day 7 mean for you? It means you get Ling Law at day 7. Now that everyone will have a healer, your run should be a lot more smoother, in my opinion. I already had Ling Law, so this is going to be a dupe for me, so it doesn't really matter. But for those free-to-play players, this is super important for you. Okay? Now, besides that, what else should you be doing on day 6? Honestly, your resources becomes extremely thin. Alright? If I go into, my shelves and I go recycle, you can see I only have 17,000 training modules as well. Which is kinda crazy. Right? Because I only have 2 level 40s, 2 level 40s, 1 level 38 and 1 level 31. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that this is a level 31 here. This is, that's a 38, that's a 31, and these two are level 40. And I'm already, out of gold, okay? And I've not even started reconfiguring any of them yet. So, eventually, I have to do it. But right now, I'm still trying to find more White Fangs, more Alicons, more Gigabytes, because Gigabyte is super important for Cullingtons in PvE. And putting it on Kazuyo is actually one of the best strategies because you help her lap a lot faster. And with a 3-turn cooldown on her S3, she's going to constantly put things to sleep, which is good. But besides that, there, you can see it better now. Level 40, level 38. And level 31. I just started working on this Alicon because it's with Rush Bramble. Eventually, once I get 3 and 3 of each, I'm going to swap it over. But that's it, guys. You have to be very, very stringent now. I told you guys, even when I saved for the past 5 days, it's not enough. It's not enough. But as you start improving and, getting back your resources through upgrading from Outstanding to Mythic, you can sell off those gear. Or you can do hand-me-downs, whichever you feel like. But right now, it's looking more on the lines of keep your unit pool nice and condensed because your goal really disappears. Okay, you are seeing this firsthand now. By the way, 8,000 gems free to play. I've never bought a single, gem pack ever since I've done my summoning. And this is how much the game has given me. It's insane. Look at my summons too. 51 summons. All free. Just by clearing content. This should have been 81, but I saw that there was a little thing in the union. I think it was in the union. I can't remember. It was one of the weekly quests. Was it? Summon 30 times. This one. And I wanted the stamina, so I just summoned 30 times. Because why not? Don't do that. You will get this eventually. Okay? But that's it. Day 6. Be very, very stringent. Take care of your resources. That is the most important thing. Best time to do it was yesterday, but today is fine. Alright? But that's it, guys. This is day 6. Tomorrow will be day 7. And then we can finally conclude what my experience was playing this game for a whole week. Alright? But besides that, if you like this little diary, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Watch me on Abstract. Catch you guys in the next one.